Hi, my name is Levent-Levi. I'm the owner of blog.me and WebRTC courses, and I'm here to break down real-time communications so you don't have to. This time, we're going to look at 5 different action items for WebRTC CPU optimization on the device. The first one is we need to understand if there is a problem, and that we can do using getStats. Why are looking at getStats as a way to do that? Because inside the browser, there is no good way today to know what is the CPU performance of the device. So we need to estimate. How do we have that estimations? Well, we can check the encode time per frame. We take the total encode time from getStats, and then divide that by the frames encoded, and then we reach the average of time that it takes to encode each frame. We can do that second by second, for example, and get the numbers that we need. Now, what would be a good number here? Likely below a third of the time that we have per frame. So let's assume that we're doing 30 frames per second, which is usually what we do in WebRTC and in video conferencing. With 30 frames per second, there are 33 milliseconds per frame within a second. I took 1,000 milliseconds, divided that by 30. So a good encode time per frame would be below 11 milliseconds, for example. Why? That's 33 divided by 3. We want to have that at that place, so we will have more room for other things that we need to do, like decoding and other things. We can also look at decode time. Sometimes we don't encode or we decode multiple different streams. So we can take the total decode time, divide that by frames decoded, and reach the time that it takes us to decode each frame. Again, with the same kind of an approach, calculation and understanding of what it means to be too high or too low. There's another way in WebRTC. You can go and check the encoder limits. If you are actually encoding video, if you are an active participant in the video, there is a metric called quality limitation reason, which tells you why the encoder decided to limit the bitrate that it is sending out and to encode less than it could or that the network allows. If that reason is going to be CPU, then we know that there is not enough CPU to encode, which means that might be a problem there with how we've balanced the system. So we need to work on that. A new API that is coming out, likely, is compute pressure API. That's an experimental API that is available today in Chrome. Go check it out. That might be the solution long term. Go and follow me at bloggeek.me. Thank you.